Hello, people. Hopefully, everybody's having a good day. Today, I was sitting here. Wait. Today, as I'm sitting here watching television, I was reminded of a post that somebody made on here about everybody having a pissing contest about who can be the bigger victim and such. And that reminded me of the anti-SJW free speech a movement that was big on the internet a few years ago. But it occurred to me that it actually occurred to me from the beginning that these people were not arguing for free speech. They were arguing for freedom of accountability from speech, the ability to say whatever you want and just get away with it. It's like, well, yeah, we would all like that, but that's not what's gonna happen. You will be held accountable for what you have to say. Like what happened to Joe Rogan earlier this year. He was one of those. But unlike the majority of them, he apologized and he took accountability for what he said. You can apply this across the board to anybody. Dave Rubin made a book about his political leanings. Don't Burn This Book was the title. And people have started to notice the man's 34 years old, but he has a grasp of politics of that of a child. There's no sort of grey area where you can work things out. Or he has a very naive view of humanity and of human interaction. And the Nazi pub thing. Yes, I get in England they don't have the same stuff protections like you have in the US. But if you think about all the controversial stuff that comedians in the UK have joked about, and then he says, no, this is a beacon, this is a fight. I'm like, no. Dora O'Brien regularly makes fun of religion. There are tons of comedians who have made fun of religion and many other controversial subjects, and they didn't get any backlash. And Sargon making fun of somebody who was sexually assaulted. That tweet ended up biting him in the arse later. When guess what? He tried to run for an office and he was held accountable for what he had to say. Instead of taking account and apologizing or doing whatever, he became visibly angry and doubled down on his statement. Somebody once mentioned, and this is a dominant attack, but I think it has relevance here, that he looks like one of those people who lives in his mother's basement who has to lose 60 pounds or 50 pounds. While that is a dominant attack, it seems to me like what this person was getting at was that he has no way of knowing how the world works. Even when even when he was trying to run for office, his one policy he had was to instill a theocracy. But in his mind was a lack of a theocracy, the opposite of democracy, I think. And him being an atheist, it was strange because here comes another few controversial men, Richard Dawkins and Sam Harris, have openly criticized religion, but they never received the backlash of Sargon or the pug guy. So he didn't want freedom of speech. He wanted freedom of accountability. That's it. Peace. Oh, and if this isn't allowed, feel free to delete this from the subreddit. Okay, bye.